The renowned Zen philosopher Buddha once emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself only with individuals who uplift and bring out one's best. You might be familiar with the notion that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today, we'll delve into this concept through a Zen perspective, exploring the 7 types of individuals who can hinder your progress in Zen philosophy and offering guidance on navigating these complex relationships. Before we delve into the discussion, I kindly request that you like the video to support the continued dissemination of Zen philosophy. If you're not already subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Avoiding certain types of people. #1. The complainer. We all encounter individuals, whether friends, family members, or colleagues, who habitually find fault in everything around them, be it the weather, their job, or the quality of food at a popular restaurant. You might think, why should this concern me? I can just ignore them. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. Regular exposure to such negativity can have a draining effect on your mental well-being, comparable to a leaky faucet slowly depleting your emotional energy reservoir. Zen philosophy encourages us to focus on the present moment and seek inner peace. For instance, envision collaborating on a project with someone who constantly complains. Each meeting becomes an exhausting session of grievances without constructive dialogue. Team morale declines, diverting attention from finding solutions, and you may become disenchanted with the project and life in general. So, how does Zen philosophy guide us in dealing with a complainer? Several strategies can be employed. First, limit your exposure to this individual whenever possible. If that's not feasible, perhaps due to familial or professional ties, your second option is to stay fully present in the moment, not letting their complaints disrupt your inner tranquility. Consider their complaints as passing clouds in the vast sky of your awareness. Type of people to avoid. #2. The drama magnet. Imagine smoothly navigating through the river of life when suddenly you encounter the whirlpool known as the drama magnet. This person appears to be perpetually embroiled in a series of crises, conflicts, or controversies. Much like a whirlpool, they possess the unsettling ability to draw you into their vortex of chaos. Initially, you might be drawn to the drama magnet's energy, mistaking it for passion or excitement. However, you'll soon realize that being in their sphere is akin to navigating a river full of turbulent rapids, both exhausting and perilous. Dealing with drama magnets becomes tricky because their crises often feel like your own. Their chaos is contagious, and you may even find yourself entangled in conflicts that were not initially your concern. Consider this practical example. A friend frequently has fallouts with others in your social circle. Today, they're not on speaking terms with Sarah. Tomorrow, it's Tom. Your friend seeks your advice, but you observe that this cycle never ends, and suddenly you find yourself at odds with Sarah or Tom due to your intervention. One strategy to cope with this situation is mindful detachment. Rather than becoming emotionally enmeshed in their drama, observe it with awareness, much like watching a river flow without being swept away by its currents. For instance, if your friend vents about a conflict with Sarah, listen with compassion, but resist the urge to dive into the drama. Instead, encourage them to find their own solutions. Another approach, seemingly counterintuitive, is to become selectively unavailable. Drawing inspiration from Zen philosophy, value your time highly, especially if others' dramas recur without resolution. Establish boundaries, create moments of solitude, and make it clear that during these times, you're focused on your own inner journey. Type of people to avoid. #3. The naysayer. Imagine being a gardener carefully tending to the plants in your Zen garden, each one symbolizing your aspirations, dreams, and personal growth. Along comes the naysayer, strolling through your garden, casting doubt on the beauty of your blossoms, questioning your choices, and undermining your efforts. Their words, like a gust of wind, threaten to uproot the seeds of positivity you've planted. For instance, let's consider your excitement about starting a new meditation practice. You've done your research, consulted experienced practitioners, and perhaps attended a few introductory sessions. When you share your enthusiasm with the naysayer, they swiftly enumerate all the reasons why meditation won't work for you. You're too busy, it's too difficult, and besides, they've heard it doesn't really make a difference. Soon, their doubts begin to echo as your own, and the serene garden of your mind starts to wither. So how do you handle a naysayer, especially if there's someone close to you? One Zen approach involves practicing non-attachment to their opinions. Instead of becoming emotionally entangled in their negativity, observe their words with detachment, like leaves floating in a stream. Acknowledge that their doubts are transient, like passing clouds in the vast sky of your Zen consciousness. Another method entails responding with the wisdom of silence. Instead of entering into arguments or attempting to prove them wrong, let your actions and the results of your efforts speak for themselves. Demonstrate, through your own Zen practice, the transformative power it has on your life. Recall the words of the Zen master Shunryu Suzuki. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few. When naysayers cast doubt on your Zen garden, maintain the beginner's mind, remaining open to the myriad possibilities of personal growth and transformation. Type of people to avoid #4, the victim. Think of life as an expansive landscape, with your Zen practice serving as a serene journey through its landscapes. Each step symbolizes your choices, responsibilities, and the path to inner peace. Now, picture the victim, an individual seemingly carried through life on a litter, attributing every stumble and setback to the landscape, weather, or fellow travelers. I can't progress on my spiritual journey due to external circumstances, or I can't find tranquility because the world is against me. It's crucial to recognize that some face genuine hardships and systemic issues. However, the victim we're discussing uses circumstances as a perpetual excuse, refusing responsibility for their actions. You might become entangled in their narrative, cast as the supporting character, constantly lifting them from their litter. Imagine spending hours listening to a friend, blaming external factors for their lack of progress. This not only consumes your time, but subtly encourages a victim mindset in your Zen journey. So what's your move when dealing with a victim? Zen philosophy urges mindful compassion without getting entangled in the drama. Consider compassionate detachment, show empathy, but avoid carrying their burdens. Provide guidance and support, encouraging them to take responsibility. Another approach is leading by example. Demonstrate through your Zen practice that personal responsibility and resilience can turn challenges into growth opportunities. Share your experiences of finding inner peace amid external turbulence. Remember the words of Zen teacher Thich Nhat Hanh: "No mud, no lotus." Embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Help the victims see that their journey isn't predetermined by external circumstances, but shaped by their steps, choices, and inner resilience. Type of people to avoid #5, the toxic positivist. You're familiar with this person, always radiating rainbows, sunshine, and endless emojis. They tell you to just be happy during tough times, dismissing your feelings with a wave of glittery optimism. Picture your Zen practice as a garden with flowers and weeds. Yet the toxic positivist ignores anything that isn't a blooming rose. Feeling down? Just focus on the positive. Don't let negativity into your garden, they'd say. While uplifting, this approach can make you feel invalidated and disconnected from life's challenges. Suppose you're going through a tough time. The toxic positivist advises you to just smile and be happy. Everything happens for a reason. This excessive positivity neglects human emotion and life's complexities. How do you cultivate your Zen garden without letting toxic positivists trample it with indiscriminate good vibes? Engage them in a discussion embracing both light and shadow. Practice equanimity, the ability to stay balanced in the face of positive and negative experiences. When the toxic positivist urges you to be happy, acknowledge and accept the full spectrum of your emotions. In your Zen garden, let both flowers and weeds coexist. To reference Zen thought, Dogen, a Japanese Zen master, said, "If you are unable to find the truth right where you are, where else do you expect to find it?" Embrace the truth of your emotions, allowing your Zen practice to reflect the richness and complexity of your inner landscape. Type of people to avoid #6, the manipulator. Envision your Zen practice as a meditation retreat, a sacred sanctuary where you nurture mindfulness and inner peace. Now picture the manipulator, a person who, akin to a shadowy presence, subtly endeavors to alter the storyline of your meditation journey. They might employ flattery, guilt trips, or even deceit to divert your attention from the path of tranquility. For example, you might encounter a fellow practitioner who consistently manipulates group dynamics during meditation sessions. They may propose alterations to the format or subtly push others to adhere to their preferences. Over time, you notice a disturbance in the once harmonious atmosphere of the retreat, yet directly addressing the manipulation feels awkward. Dealing with a manipulator in your Zen practice necessitates a nuanced approach. One applicable Zen principle is the concept of non-attachment. Rather than reacting emotionally to their manipulative tactics, observe them with detachment, like leaves drifting in a stream. By not allowing their actions to disrupt your inner calm, you retain control over your Zen experience. Another approach involves establishing clear boundaries. In Zen, boundaries are not rigid barriers, but flexible expressions of mindfulness. If the manipulator tries to redirect the group's focus or disturb the meditative ambience, gently guide the practice back to its intended course. Sustain collective mindfulness without yielding to the manipulative undertone. Taking inspiration from Zen teachings, embrace the concept of beginner's mind. When confronted with manipulation, approach the situation with openness and curiosity, as if you were a novice exploring the depths of meditation. This mindset enables you to respond with clarity and authenticity, unaffected by the manipulator's efforts to dictate the narrative. Therefore, if you discern a manipulator subtly altering the script of your Zen practice, remember that your meditation retreat is your sacred refuge. You have the ability to preserve the purity of your practice by adhering to the principles of mindfulness, non-attachment, and the beginner's mind. Type of people to avoid #7. The time vampire. Envision your daily routine as a meticulously composed symphony. Each instrument corresponds to a task or commitment, and when played in unison, they establish a harmonious equilibrium. Enter the time vampire, disrupting the melody with off-key screeches, transforming your beautiful composition into discordant noise. The time vampire isn't necessarily malevolent. They may appear benign. It could be a co-worker interrupting you with trivial questions, fragmenting your productive workday. Alternatively, it might be a friend inviting you to numerous social events you're uninterested in, consuming your time and energy. While seemingly inconsequential, these interactions can cumulatively disrupt your life. How do you shield your symphony from a time vampire? Employ the Pomodoro technique, breaking work into intervals with clear do not disturb boundaries. This safeguards your most productive times from being eroded. Dealing with a social time vampire? Remember, saying no is not just acceptable, it's essential for well-being. A simple, "I appreciate the invite, but I can't make it," suffices. It's not a rejection, but an affirmation of your needs. As Seneca stated, a well-lived life is long enough. Time is a precious resource, and Stoicism advises wise allocation. In life's grand composition, ensure each note aligns with your purpose. Don't let a time vampire disrupt your symphony. Conduct your life with purpose, ensuring each moment is a well-played note. Reflection upon ourselves. As we conclude today's exploration into characters derailing Stoic resilience, remember self-awareness is vital. Recognizing these types in others is easy, but looking within is challenging yet enlightening. Could you unintentionally play such a role in someone else's life? Stoicism involves understanding and improving oneself. If today's discussion prompts realization or introspection, share your thoughts. Let's engage in dialogue, enriching us all. Until next time, may your choices align with virtues, actions reflect wisdom, and your life be the masterpiece meant to create.